There are some wellness specialists, Alice Benjamin, on how do you deal with that. And it's very good to have you, and thank you for coming.
Unfortunately, this hurricane has caused a lot of environmental changes, which have set the stage for health hazards. So when you're coming back to your home, first of all, you want to make sure that people aren't going to their homes until they've been told by local and state officials that it's safe to do so. And when you get there, that's when the real work begins, right? As you mentioned, there's mold, there's bacteria, and with this still water and then the heat that will eventually be coming, that's a perfect recipe for these things, and we need to act quickly. When it comes to mold and bacteria, those things can grow in less than 24 hours. It's growing now, and it's not always visual to the naked eye, so we have to take extreme caution when you're entering these homes because this can cause a lot of respiratory problems for those who already maybe have asthma, but even for the healthy individual, mold and bacteria can cause a lot of respiratory problems. These are their homes, right? For many people, this is all they know, so it's very difficult to tell someone to not go home. But I want to emphasize to the public that you need to have your health and safety at number one top priority. So if you do go home, there are certain conditions that you need to be worried about. So be worried about mold and bacteria. Those can cause respiratory problems. Those still waters, that's excellent breeding ground for mosquitoes and other animals. I've seen some footage where there have been, snakes and alligators in there. You need to be very careful of that. And then also there's structural damage. So there's going to be, slippery floors, unsafe staircases, things, debris all over the place. So you have to be careful that you don't put yourself in a position where you're prone to injury, right? You don't want any cuts and open wounds in this contaminated floodwater because we know this is no longer just rainwater. We know there's sewage, there's trash, there's debris, there's waste, there's chemicals and toxins in this floodwater. So we need to take the utmost care with staying away from the flooded waters, keeping your skin clean and dry, and making sure that you have access to clean water.